Goddard Street and these houses are coming up slowly. They're advertised on Facebook. Again, they're all having chimneys, which is old fashioned, and even if they're not used and just there for show, there's always the risk of them eventually giving way and smashing through the roof. Looking probably at next year before they actually finish this lot. We're just down West Street and the grids have been emptied at long last, and they're in a terrible state. One of the problems being that they've closed the road, but all these cars are here, so they can't do the grids on this side because the bloody cars are in the way. And I've just been watching them. They can't get the sucker upper thing in the grids. They're that blocked. They're having to thump and bang and push and have you. But they're only going as far as the corner of Underwood Lane. So all this section down West Street will have been done and hopefully sorted. But then they've got to get authority to close the road the other side to sort the rest of West Street out, but it's taken months and months. When I did the first video in April, and I hope I've contributed to getting this done. I know thousands of people have complained. So we'll see if it's all solved next rain. Well, they're not actually doing this part of West Street, but even the bloody pavements. That's quite deep, that is. And by the garage is the same. And the corner's bad. I think it's taken them weeks and weeks to get permission to close the road. But, I mean, this will go over your shoes here. What we want is a good counsellor. See the other side there. Well, the race is on which brickers will finish first, because these top ones that are holding the job up, they're nearly there. And around the other side they're only halfway up. So the good money is on that lot. Lots of people walking about and looking intelligent this morning, so I don't know what they're all doing. Well, I can get a good view at this road. So these posts do seem to be permanent, not ones that lift up. So you can see they've got 1, 2, 3, so that's reduced the size of the road. And then you've got the road there. And another 2, so the 50% of the road's gone. Sadly on Cheshire East we've still got people sleeping in shop doorways again. I've seen another couple around town in different doorways as well. I thought in this day and age it's been a sort of a common spot, this has, for anybody that's homeless. Well, in the market hall we have got this unique bottle with a poppy on it from yesterday, and they have names on them, so presumably you could put the names of a soldier that's lost on each bottle, so it's a bit different. Just having a look at all the wreaths after yesterday's event. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you've not watched it, that's because you haven't subscribed. But we did do a video live yesterday. Got all sorts, I think Crewe Heritage, Crewe in Nantwich, Red Cross. The most stupid thing was, they normally come down the road here, the parade, and they stopped it because they're going to knock the library down. But absolutely nothing has happened with the library, so there's absolutely no reason to totally disturb the march past the library. There's no barriers, absolutely nothing, so that was totally stupid. Well, yesterday they did the grids down on West Street and stopped here Underwood Lane, so you can see there's still floods there. Where there used to be floods here, ain't none. Just emptying the grids. And you can see the grid is totally empty. So it has made a major difference. It's not an expensive job, so why the hell aren't the council doing the rest of it? Are these better people than them down there? The only bit is what's gone wrong is because we've still got a fishing pool. Now the water board were down, remember, a couple of weeks ago, and they said there was a leak. You can see the trench they've done, but I don't know if there's actually a grid under here somewhere or what. And I solve the problem. Well, the race is still on with these brickies. They're nearly finished. The other one's still way behind. They are now, if we can see, we've got the artwork. And I've said all around they've got these things at the bottom, so they're now putting the brown artwork at the bottom. Now this was due to open December this year, but now the council are saying maybe spring next year, which gives them a lot of scope, doesn't it? And another shop closed down. There'll be no shops left whatsoever soon. This has been closed sort of temporary, but now they decided to just back up, give up the job and go online. So there'll be no shops left at all in Crewe soon. Well, Cheshire East did have a meeting yesterday about Crewe and how it was going to go, and it was all in secret, no press, no public. But looking back over things, and whether we can see it on here, but there was no mention of, or very little mention on their scheme. It's on about diversity, nighttime economy, landscaping, pedestrian areas. There's very, very little about any shops. All the plans don't show any shops. So has that always been the intention, that they won't or never thought of any shops? And I've been saying for ages about these brackets below the current artwork, and you can see we've now got the thinking the problems with old artwork, so it looks as though what they're doing is putting the brown at the bottom. So most of the artwork there is finished. And they were supposed to be having moss, but they have covered everything up at the moment, so the bottom bit still seems to be empty, so the artwork will just come back to a little bit there. It's chaos in Oak Street because it's all boarded off or sectioned off, and you can only go one way. So that's causing a bit of confusion. They're still messing near the cinema. I don't exactly know what they're doing, but lots of activity and lots of mud. Well, the new eatery down Dunwoody Way, they've more or less got the road in. say more or less there's bits here and bits there. Got lots of bits sectioned off. So there's no sign of it actually opening. And you've got road there, and that's higher and that's lower, so presumably it needs a lot more tarmac on the top. You can see by the grid there that that's going to be the eventual height. So I thought it would have been open so much quicker, but we're just getting nowhere fast, aren't we? And Dunwoody Way, they've cleared all this land now. They were having a lot of work done, weren't they? So it's flat. We have got a sign up. I think the people that were working on it were making sure it was safe, with it being an old railway line. You know, making sure there was no poison or anything. But there's no actual building work started as yet. Well, that's getting a bit nasty and security conscious with these vicious spikes they're putting up. You don't want to be falling on them. Well, the race is still on with these bridges. These are nearly finished now, and these are 3/4 of the way there. And we do have lots of people all standing around watching this digger. I'm not sure what it's doing, but there's about half a dozen people. And they have actually put the brown artwork on this side, which it's almost invisible really. There isn't half a lot of people down here, but nothing spectacular happening. You can just make out this side that they've got the brown bit, they've got some more to finish there, they've got the metal in ready, and we've got these bits now. This was a sort of a crazy idea. They were going to put either moss or grass, it wasn't clear, and the same the other end, which sounds a bit of a daft idea, because if it's moss or something it's going to sort of attract water or grass and rot the building. And they have had this meeting on the 14th in secret. No press or anybody. But basically what they're saying is they're going to go away and think about it at Crewe. The problem is when they've got a site like this, they actually make the land over to the contractor. So until he's finished and gives it back in spring, which could be any bloody time, they kind of do now anyway. But it seems favourable that what they're going to do is put a bloody park. Cheap option. Now down on the retail park, and Matalan's due to open this Saturday, so they're putting lots of posters and generally messing about getting things ready. So all goes according to plan, it should be open this Saturday, this 16th, is it 16th? Yeah. Tappy, is it pronounced? The new carpet shop's now open since last time was it? Now if you check back on my YouTube channel, you'll find that 4 years ago we highlighted this. This is the back of Walker Street. And this side here is the allotment. Now the allotment's owned by Crewe Council and leased to the allotments, who need to keep it tidy. It's part of the rules. What you can see, all we've got here is nettles, brambles. People down Walker Street are losing 3 or 4 foot of their space because they refuse to act anything. The council won't do anything, and the allotments won't do anything. And you've got brambles here sticking out. So if you've got children coming down here or anybody old, you've got these vicious brambles. And 4 years down the line we're still in the same situation. So why won't Crewe Council get off the backsides and force the Allotment Society to cut this back to the hedge, because they're invading private property and it's deadly. To try and walk down here, you can see somebody's had a go at chopping it back for some reason. So it's actually deadly.